Alright guys, it's finally time. 9 holes with the new bag. Let's do it. Alright guys, so here we are at Spring Meadows. It's a little 9-hole course here at a little public park. We're going to be doing a full 9 holes with the new bag. I was going to do an 18, and then I was thinking about it, and I think because I don't know all these discs, I'm going to be throwing a bunch of shots with them. I think it would just be smarter to play 9, because it's going to take me a while to get through a full round anyway. And I don't want to make this video take ages. So, going to be a lot of editing, so if there's a lot of like cutting and jumping around, it's probably because I've thrown multiple shots, and I just don't want to take up an hour of your time if I don't have to. So, hole 1 here is straight down this hill. Oh boy, what do you want to try? Let's see if I can do something flippy. So I'm going to try the bayonet here. It's a glow one. Pop top, it's going to be a little bit more understable. So as a first throw, I think this might be a good idea because the tee pad kind of has you pointed at the walking path. So a little turnover would probably be best. I did not warm up, but I did not stretch at all. So this is going to be very, very bad. That is going to be very long, I think. Actually, it's about basket high. That was pretty good. Honestly, that was way more stable than I thought it was going to be. So that was a little bit of a surprise. I think just because we're on the first hole and everything, I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to throw one more on camera. I'm going to throw a forehand with this Warbird and just see how it flies. Again, glow plastic, not as pop top. There's a little bit of dome to it, but not too bad. So I just want to see how stable this thing is, because this is the same numbers as like a destroyer. So I just want to see if it's actually that flippy or not. Okay, my forehand is not good, but not too bad, not too bad. All right, guys, so we are in the 3rd video on the channel now. Second video is already up, so you guys are gonna want to go check that out. Another 1 disc only round with the Lone Star Armadillo that is in the bag. So you'll be seeing that probably pretty frequently on this course because this course is long. Some of the pars are a little off, but not too terribly bad. Most of the holes on here are going to be par 3s, but they're like over 400 feet par 3s. So definitely out of the realm of what I can usually reach in terms of par 3 and get like actually a good shot at birdie. So you're going to be seeing a lot of upshots with the Armadillo, so you guys can see that in action. But yeah, so thank you guys for stopping by again. I'm hoping to do pretty well with this video. I haven't played here in quite some time and learning all new discs. I'm not really sure what they're all going to do, so this could either go really well or really bad, but we shall see. All right, so here we are at my bayonet here. The Warbird ended up not too far away. It wasn't too bad. Ended up by a little tree over there. It's probably about 100 short. I'm not really sure how far this hole is in total, so whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But the bayonet actually turned out pretty good. It fought out a little bit quicker than I thought it would, so it's a little bit more stable, but that's all right. All right, so let's see. I got a putt for a birdie here, so let's see if we can't land this with the Lone Star Jackrabbits. So let's see how this goes. That fell out of my hand entirely and was not a good putt. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, there you go. That was better. Didn't make it, but it was better. Yeah, I'm not super excited about trying to play around like a scoring round while trying to learn new discs, but at the same time, I think it'll be a good experience. And it's one of those things where with these are a little bit thicker than I'm used to in terms of putters, so I'm trying to practice actually like, getting it out of my hand clean, because my hand seems to want to stick to these pretty good, but the plastic feels great. It's very tacky, which is very good, I think, for like a spin putter style like me, because I can actually get my fingers to kind of give it some really nice pop and some really nice spin. That audio is probably going to sound terrible because of the chains. I'm sorry. All right, so we got a par on the first one, not too bad. Hole 2 here, I forgot, is the only par 4 on this course. It is like 500 some feet, I believe. It's down there, so where where the baseball field is on the right, where the cage on the back is, it's probably about 50 feet past that to the left a little bit. Nah, probably about 50 to 80 feet. So I'm kind of just shooting down this lane straight. So just kind of picking something I know I can bomb out there and see how much distance I can chew off. So I'll probably throw a couple in this one. I'm going to throw that same bayonet again that I throw on the first shot and see if I can't chew off a nice chunk of distance. I just need to get some height and some anhyzer on this and see how we fare. I threw that on all hyzer, but I did get a good rip on it. All right, it's down there. It's not crazy amounts of distance. I have another bayonet here. It's actually their Founders plastic. This one's a little bit stiffer, kind of like the Alpha. So I'm going to give this a ride and see how this goes. I'm not sure where this falls in stability though, so it could be bad, it could be good. I have no clue. I threw that one more flat, and it's still fading out pretty quickly. That's crazy. It's still far, but like that's supposed to be like well, it says the flight numbers are -2 too. You know what? Let's try the Warbird and the Bowie. Let's try the Bowie first. It's a 13 speed, kind of similar numbers to like a destroyer, like just with 13 speed instead of 12. No, that threw it on all hyzer. That's not going to be fair. Pretty good. That's across the path. That's not bad. That's not what I wanted in the least. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to show, by the way, either. So I might just cut a lot of these out. I apologize. All right, as we approach my discs here, bayonets were really good, honestly. This one pushed a decent amount, and the Founders one actually is a little bit farther. It's actually about like another probably 20, 30 feet up. This is pretty good. I hit this one flat too. This one came out really flat. So that's good to know. The curl I threw went up on the middle of the baseball field over here. That one's a little bit flippier, so I kind of expected it to turn more, and it didn't really fade back as fast. And then I threw the Bowie, but I threw it on straight up hyzer, and it's over there about another 50 feet. But distance-wise, all pretty close, so not bad. Not terrible at all. All right, so we're going to take my my shot here now. It's my second on this little par 4 here. You can see the basket from where you are. I can see it too, but it's just kind of guarded by some trees. So I think I'm going to take the Armadillo here, and I think I'm going to throw a little. I'm going to try to throw an anhyzer here, like a little standstill fan grip or a little hyzer through between these two trees in front of me here, and see if I can't just get to kind of hook up around the basket. So just gotta. It's gonna be short. Oh, good little skip. Okay, not too bad. With that little skip at the end, it actually ended up being a decent distance. So pretty good. Got up there for a birdie. So this actually skipped up perfectly. We're only about like, maybe like 10, 15 feet away. So just a nice little tiny birdie putt. Easy. All right, so we managed to snag a birdie on 2 there. So now we're 1 under through 2, hole 3 here. So that entire line of trees there, the basket's like all the way up those line of trees, and then into the right a little bit, there's a huge bush next to it, so you can't see it from here. The only way that I've been able to actually reach anywhere close is to basically cut something on a huge anhyzer over top those trees and have it flex all the way back out. So I'm going to give all of my distance drivers a shot and see how they do. I'm going to throw the Bowie first. I feel like this isn't a Bravo plastic, so it's a little bit gummier and it's supposed to be more overstable. But then there's a decent tiny little bit of dome on it. So I'm going to see if I can't get this thing to do what I want it to do and flip over and ride right a little bit and get me some distance out of this. I'm always worried about hitting my head on this tree. I short-armed it. It's going to fade out really quickly. It's on the left side of the walking path over on my side, so that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so as we approach the Bowie shot, here the one that hyzered out pretty quickly, it's actually not in that bad of a position. I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised. Another bayonet that I actually got a good rip on is about the same distance, so strong contender in the Bowie to kind of stay in my bag here. You know, I have a lot of distant overlap, so it's been one of those things where I'm trying to figure out what I want to actually keep and what I want to actually get rid of, because I'm not sure yet. So the basket, you can probably see it from here. I'm going to try throwing the Harpoon. It's a 4-speed mid-range. It's not quite as stable as I would like it to be for the slot that I'm trying to fill, which is that overstable approach disc. But Lone Star's currently working on a disc that actually will fill that slot for me. So that's I can wait on that. There's not a really good shot here. Part of me just wants to try to gut it up the middle, but I don't have trust in that shot. I could try a huge over-the-top forehand, but I don't know if my forehand's good enough for that. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, we're gonna try just gutting up the middle. Just try to keep it low through those trees, just at the basket, and see what we can't do. And right into the tree. What'd I tell you? That was silly. The really sad part is I could have actually, I basically almost hit this line. It was just I didn't commit to it because I was afraid of it, because it's not a shot that I've ever practiced, and that's one of those things I gotta stop doing, is just being afraid of shots. Just throw the shot. If it turns out good, great. If it doesn't, that's what it is, you know? It's me overthinking and being silly. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even get this up there, but we're gonna try. Because this is for par now. That was not a good attempt at actually putting it in. It's a great layup, though. And that was an even worse try. All right, well, here we are for my bogey putt. All right, so we're back to even. All right, so taking a bogey on that last one, now we're back to even again through 3. Not exactly where I want to be, but not bad. It's not a bad score to be even right now. Some of the holes on this last stretch here are a little bit more reachable. So we'll give it a shot there. So this one on hole 4 here, the basket is basically straight back behind this gigantic bush in front of me. Essentially just something up over the top. I like throwing a flex. I like starting on the left-hand side and pulling across, because usually when I play here and there's wind, it comes from the right and it pushes everything left. So if I can get it on Anheuser, I can let it kind of float past. But I do want to try like the flip up, or like a straight shot just over these trees and let it crash in. So I might do that as well with some of these more stable distance drivers. I'm also going to throw the curl on this one too, just for fun. Keep going. All right, it's across the road and it's up on that hill. It crashed into a tree. Wasn't bad. If I would have gotten that more flat, or maybe with the Anheuser and let it actually have the full time to pan out, that would have probably been perfect. All right, so this was my first shot with a Bowie. I threw that first. It's not bad. I have a look at the basket, a little chip up for a par here. Being on this side of the road here, this is what you get. I am going to try a jump putt, I think. I know that I'm so good at those. But I'm going to aim it right, and I'm going to throw it high and try to have it swing towards the basket. Basically, I try to have it stall up in the air and then just kind of crash at the basket. Will I actually do that? I don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm just going to give this a little bit hyzer angle too. See what we can do. All right, that wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad attempt. I didn't get it high enough to like start actually crashing over, but it did make its way left enough. That's the height I wanted. And it landed the same spot. Okay, so either way, it is what it is. My other discs are kind of scattered around. The Founders bayonets over here. And then a couple of them are kind of over that way more. But most of, I think, except for these two, all of them got across the road, which is good. That's a good sign. Because that is what we want to do. Because we want to get over there and try to actually have a chance at birdie. Alright, I'm just going to clean up my par here, and then I'm going to go pick up the rest of my discs. Actually, the curl is right back over here. I didn't even realize that. Alright, so another par there. Not too bad. We're still even through 4 now, which is pretty good. The putt on 1 I had for birdie, I probably should be making those. So I should be still at 1 under, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. So I am losing the light a little bit, so I'm going to try to speed this up and probably not throw so many shots as many off the tee anymore. So I'm basically just going to pick what disc I think is going to be good for that shot and throw it. And if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, oh well. Because I need to make sure I actually have light so y'all can see me, and this doesn't turn out to be weirdly dark. Okay, so we are on hole 5. The basket is straight along this tree line on the right here, at the very far end. usually the play here would be try to throw something straight. The only issue is I would be afraid of going too far left, and that long grass in there is kind of gross to be in. So the past couple times I've played here, I've tried to throw huge flex shots over top of those trees with varying degrees of success. So I'm going to try to throw the Bowie over top those. And we're going to try it again and see if I can get it to work with this. I don't think I got it high enough, but it's going to cut those trees. Okay, well, it got caught up in the top of one of those trees. I almost did the line perfectly, actually. I thought I split those two trees almost perfectly and let it flex out over top, which would have been awesome. All right, we are at the Bowie here. Not a terrible shot. Especially getting caught up in that tree, it kind of kicked me out into a really nice spot. So I'm not upset about that in the least. This is well out of the range of which I think I can jump putt up for something. So I'm going to take my Armadillo and I'm going to forehand this because, like I said, I want to stay away from the long grass if possible. And I aimed right at the basket. Had I actually aimed through where I wanted to go, that would have been probably either in the basket or perfect. So, not bad. It's a putt, so we got a par chance. Alrighty, so we got ourselves a little par putt here. It's a decent. It's not a gimme, but this is a range I feel comfortable in. Even though my putting's been feeling kind of shaky recently, this should be fine. Just aim for the heart of the change. Just throw it in. Yep, there you go. Just be fluid and commit. All right, so that's a par. We're still even, which is insanely good for me. This course is definitely a bomber's dream, and I am not even close to being a bomber. So, so this course is still a challenge in terms of actually reaching the basket, but I like it. All right. So we are on hole 6. So those 3 big pine trees down there, the very far one on the right and the one in the middle, the basket kind of sits in between those and a little bit tucked into the left. So obviously we have a tree right in our shot. So the play here will be throwing something on Anheuser, having it flex around so you can kind of stay in line with the basket. Most of the time I actually end up fading out early and going like down to the left, and I can actually shoot up and around the tree, but I would like to actually throw something and try to get like at the basket. There's a tiny, like minuscule amount of headwind, so I'm hoping that maybe the Bowie will turn a little bit more here. Nope, it's gonna fade out left, as it always does. It's far enough down there. I have a little chip around the corner. Alright, so we're at my Bowie here. It turned out going left like I kind of figured it would, which is fine. So this is kind of the shot I was talking about now, where we have all the lines of trees and the basket's like right around the first tree here. I'm going to throw my harpoon again, and I'm going to throw it on like forehand hyzer and try to like put it like right to the very far edge of that tree on the left, the very far right of the top of that, and see if I can't have it fade into towards the basket. It's on the right line. Just need to sit down. I just hit the top of the basket. Wow. All right, good shot, me. Hopefully it didn't kick me too far. All right, so my upshot was really good. It hit the top of the basket, but it kicked it over into this pine tree because of the angle is at. So this is gonna be a little weird straddle putt, but I mean it's a nice little putt for par, so I'll take it. Just gotta really focus in here. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's do the smart thing. Just go to a knee here. There you go. There you go. Second one was a better height, but I still made it, so we're good. Nice par. Really good par. Almost a birdie. I still can't believe I almost dunked it in. All right, so we're on hole 7. That was a great par save on 6 to keep us even. So where this walking path goes, it kind of slithers up to the right there. Eventually, it starts to go up to the right and kind of continue to curve right. The basket's even with that. So if my forehand was better and actually had distance to it, I would try the forehand line, because it's very hard for you to go too far left. I've done it, but it's very hard to do. The other play, obviously, is the same thing I've been doing on this, which is a Anheuser backhand turnover, and basically have it start trying to flex out or if I have something that will flip up and get that distance, I could do that. But none of my discs want to do that. They are very new still. So an Anheuser looks to be the play here. I'm going to try Bowie first and just see what I can do with that. See if I can't reach it. That's going to hit that tree. Oh, it faded out sooner than that. Okay, well, it definitely didn't reach all the way there. All right, well, that was an adventure that you will never see. But after much searching, I've found all of my discs, and I have them all back in my possession now. All right. So I could probably jump putt this if I really wanted to. I don't know if I really want to because my jump putt kind of sucks. But I could give this a soft little like toss bid at it with my putters. Actually, you know what? There's a big chance to try to force an Anheuser angle putt. So I'm going to try to force this over to make it go right a little bit through like this bigger, where I don't have to fight the leaves from this tree as much. Well, I pushed it right. So that wasn't a great run, but it wasn't bad, per se. That was also not so great. Those were very low, and I didn't release those at all well. All right, I'm gonna tap in my par here. So we're still even. I'm not mad about it. I'll take even. I'm not throwing good shots right now. I'm not really sure what's going on. All right, hole 8 here. It's just basically over off the back of the hill. I can see the bend of the basket from here. You may not be able to, and that's fine. Essentially, if you just follow the road, and as the road turns to the left, baskets are just off the path there. So, two schools of thought: try to throw something flip up right at it, or throw a big forehand out and left. I'm going to try and do. I'm going to throw something forehand out and left as my actual shot. Oh, I got that sky high. Please sit down. All right, it sat down. I'll have a shot up to the green from there. That was not good at all. Here we are at my first shot with the Bowie here. Actually, clear path to see the basket from over here. Definitely, beforehand I wanted to go that way. But it was too high and got caught up and swished all the way around here. So, I think this might be just out of the range for my armadillo. I might actually try throwing the Benny here. It's a stable throwing putter. It's 3402 with like the tiniest little bead on the bottom. They have another throwing putter called the Penny. That is basically these same flight numbers just with no bead. So it's kind of like almost like a Luna kind of feel. I like a bead, so I went with it. I'm gonna try doing a little tiny like touch up shot with this and see if I can't finish this up pretty well. Oh, I pulled it. Good kicks though. All right. So we got a really cool looking little putt here. We're kind of going up over this trash can and this bench. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we will give it our best shot. So here we go. I'm probably standing right in front of the putt, aren't I? I am, actually. It's fine. I'll just move. In? Oh, short. Okay. One more. That might be in. Oh, faded out too soon. Faded out too soon. That's fine. It is what it is. Alright guys, here we are at the last hole, hole 9. It is straight away. There's really nothing in the way between me and the basket. Just kind of stay away from the right-hand side here is basically the name of the game. Get off those trees. Oh, I got caught up in those trees. It did get pretty far down there, but it definitely got caught up in those trees. Alright, so we're coming to the end of my first round with my full bag of Lone Star discs. I guess you could call it like first half round, I guess, because that's not really a full round. This course is also very open, so it really wasn't a good representation of like what the discs will actually do in certain situations, but I definitely loved getting out and actually seeing how they flew when I tried to throw them on certain angles and how they flew when I did certain things. So I really enjoyed that aspect of everything. I'm glad that I got a chance to come do this. These discs feel great. I don't have any complaints with the plastic or how they feel. Flight-wise, I just need to get used to what they do. I definitely think they need broken in. because a lot of the flights that I think they should be flying like really aren't doing it yet, but that's how discs are. You know, you need to actually break them in to see what they do. But all in all, I really like them. I really like them. And I think I'm only going to get better with them as time goes. Once I actually figure out like how to get the most out of them and that kind of thing. Once I actually really buckle down and fix my form, I think they're going to fly fantastic. So I'm really liking them a lot. All right. So here we go. This is our putt for bird. Huh, warbird, get it? Yeah, okay. We're gonna give this a run because y'all didn't come here to watch me lay up and take a par like a smart man. Y'all wanted me to come here and try to throw this in and get a birdie. So let's just do that. Oh, I did run the crap out of it, and it went long. Let's try a step putt instead. Maybe a jump putt was a little bit much. That just came out of my hand bad. Well, all right. So 2 different runs, 2 very different results. Neither of them were good. So we're going to try a little different view for putting here because I'm putting back to the basket anyway. So I'm just going to putt in and then do the outro. Hopefully all in one. That would be cool. Be a good way to walk off. All right, here we go. You're kidding me. Wow. How topical, too, for all the talk that's happened in the Pro Tour recently. How topical is that? Beautiful. All right, guys. So that was 9 holes with a new bag. I know I touched on it briefly, kind of in between walking to my drives on this hole and everything, but Lone Star discs, A+. I mean, their plastics feel great. Their discs fly fantastic. I'm loving getting to learn new molds. I'm loving all the flights I'm seeing so far. Once they start to get broken in, I think they're going to start flying even better, which makes me really excited. And I really want to try other plastics for other certain discs too, and see if that changes anything in terms of how they fly and stuff like that. So very, very, very excited. So, but thank you very much for jumping in and watching me today. If you liked what you saw, please don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Everything I mentioned is free to do, so please, I would love it very much if you did. It helps me just know that my content is reaching eyeballs and that it's being received well. It keeps me motivated to keep putting out new videos as well. All the good things. So, thank you very much. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.